one thing I always do is try to go back to the things in my childhood, especially growing up as a teen, that made me feel, good about myself and good about my identity and added to my identity. One thing I always take from fashion is I never looked at the UK sort of fashion. I always liked, the Harlem, the 80s, 90s sort of hip hop drug dealer sort of stuff with Ace Boogie and all them man there. And I also like the new style of like ASAP Mob. They were probably one of the biggest influences on me. Like I see them wearing hockey jerseys, sports tops with designer, with like Coogee tops and Coogee sweaters, and I never really had like a father figure within that time of my like teenagehood to look up to for style and fashion and stuff like that, and just especially everything in aesthetic. So I always look towards the young LeBron Jameses, the Michael Jordans. I remember turning on Virgin TV on demand and playing Forever with the heavy lineup of Drake, Eminem, Kanye West, all them man there. And yeah, I didn't realize it until now. Like all those things were like a big part of my childhood coming into who I am now. And I look back at it and I say to myself, you know what, Jamaica, you need to tap into that more. You need to tap into what made you happy, and partially what made you and your aesthetic. So always try and remember the teenager or even just the kid you once were, because that's still in you. That's a big part of you. It's probably 90% of you and you don't even realize, and we tend to suppress that once we get into our 20s, get to like mid-20s, start getting money, we kind of forget who we are, what we were connected to, and what made us us. We look at it as a stupid little phase, but it's not a stupid little phase. It's everything you did has accumulated to who you are today, and it's just something to reflect on in this. And if you forget that part of yourself, how can you innovate and elevate yourself?